This morning on Today's Consumer, haggling. When you think about the skillful art of bargaining, you usually think about used car lots or yard sales. But in this economy, you might want to think about trying bargaining at some of your favorite retail chains.
In an article on Time.com, Sean Gregory listed simple tips that'll save you big bucks. Sean, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah.
Now, I'm shocked by this whole thing because I'm not a haggler. But in a recent survey, it showed that 72% of consumers have tried haggling in retail stores, which I couldn't believe, and 80% of them were successful. That's almost, 30% up from last year. Now, why do you think this has become a trend?
Because the consumers have the power. I mean, the retailer sales are down every month, and they need to get rid of stuff. And so when it's a buyer's market, give it a try. I mean, there's a psychological scariness to haggling in a place that's structured, and we're not supposed to do that. But, hey, all you have to do is ask, and people are getting discounts.
And most people, I think psychologically, just like you said, just don't like to haggle. Why is that?
Yeah.
I mean, I think our culture, you go overseas and you're expected to haggle. And it's a cultural thing. I think I asked somebody about the kind of cultural history of this. And after World War II, he said when we produced everything, we became a culture of, hey, we make the best stuff. You either like it or you don't, and you're going to pay for it. But now that we've seen our economy drop off a bit, I think the tides are turning a bit.
Well, you went to 4 different retail stores,
Yes.
I think, with a professional haggler.
Right.
Is that what she is?
Yes.
And her name is Terry Galt. And how did you make out on this little session of haggling?
It was amazing. 4 for 4. When I started this, I'm like, New York City. There's a lot of. It's not going to work here.
What kind of
Where'd you
stores?
go?
We went to Sports Authority. We went to a jewelry store. We went to Lowe's, and the best was went to Whole Foods, which is the fancy.
You were able to haggle at Whole Foods?
Not only that, Al, she got $12 of bacon for free.
Wait, how?
Oh, man, $12 of bacon? That's gold!
At Whole Foods.
Oh, my
Why,
gosh.
though?
Because it was a very smart strategy. She went looking for packages that were past the expired date.
Well, that can't be healthy, I'm thinking.
Well, listen, she found one, and then she used it as a bargaining chip. And so once you find one, say, listen, I wanted to buy this, but I see this, and then it's a little past the date, and then the clerk kind of felt guilty and wound up giving it to her for free. And I think he was a little scared, too, that they would he would get reported or something.
You've got some tips here. First, you say print out better deals from other store ads or online ads and show them to the sales clerk. Is the sales clerk usually a lot of these stores empowered to do some haggling?
In some, yes, and some, no. And that's where you go to the manager.
So that's tip number 2.
That's tip number 2. And, I think we're again, it's in our nature to only go to the manager when we have a complaint. But use them as they have the authority. Use them to get what you need.
I see. When you think go to the manager, you think, well, I want to see the manager. Do you ask nicely?
You have to, of course. And you have to ask very nicely. And I was surprised because when I saw Terry ask for the manager, the clerks didn't get that offended. I think they're getting used to people doing this.
You also say you should be complimentary, compliment the product, be upbeat, and compliment the sales clerk as well. Nice shoes.
It's human nature. And, if you think in haggling and negotiations, you have to be hard, you have to play hardball.
Yeah.
But I think when you're haggling over consumer products, you have to be a little nicer to the folks in front of you.
So it's more of a kill 'em with kindness.
Exactly.
I'm in this with you. And you say get into their personal space.
Yeah,
which I thought
be
was
a close talker?
strange.
You can't be a close talker, because if you're a close talker, it becomes uncomfortable. But just kind of lean in a little bit. We're in this together. We're on the same team, without kind of scaring the sales clerk a little bit.
Wow,
Well, those are
pretty
some
cool.
great tips. Thank you, Sean.
How much for that jacket?
You can haggle down pretty low on this one.